Hey guys, it's Jozy again, back again with another video. Today, I'm going to be covering the three main reasons why you're stuck and can't get past 10K per month. Now, imagine this is you. You're trying so hard, you're working, you think you're working, or what you think you're doing. And here's 10K per month. And you're trying to bridge that gap, and you need to go over these three things, like an unlockable, to reach $10,000 per month, right? And I'm going to be covering these three things in detail so that you know what to do, and in hopes that you can cross over that $10,000 per month, and yeah, build a better agency. Now, how do I know this? I've scaled my agency from zero to $50,000 per month in under 90 days, which takes usually people like 12, 1 year, 2 years to do. And I managed to do it in 90 days by solving these three things as well. And right now, we've coached over 70 plus marketing agencies to help them cross over that $10,000 per month. Okay, and now I'm currently building that consulting firm, helping with agencies and helping them grow their revenue too. Okay, now without further ado, let's get into the three things stopping you from hitting that infamous $10,000 per month. Okay, now number one is bookings. Okay, guys, if you had more sales opportunities, you'll make more money. It's very simple. And all the other gurus or everything would be like, you need 20 appointments, and if 10 of them show, you close two, and you sell you sell 2K a month package. That's 4K a month. Then do again and again. You know that. Like, I hope you know that already. If you don't, very concerning. You need bookings in order to generate revenue, generate clients, etc., and grow your agency. Now, where I see a lot of people mess up in bookings is that they don't make it the priority and they don't track the number of inputs, right? And of course, they don't have a good system, anyways, but it's the number of inputs to get a booking. So, what you want to do is have a system that you know if you put X amount of input, outreaches, emails, cold calls, you get X amount of bookings, right? And that's the first priority. Get a system that gives you X amount of bookings per X amount of inputs. And then once you have that system, then just increase the inputs, right? I go on so many coaching calls and they're like, Josiah, how can I get more appointments? And I'm like, how many appointments are you getting? 2 a day, 1 a day. Okay. How much are you doing? I'm doing 100 outreaches a day. Well, why don't you do 1,000 outreaches a day? And they're like, psh, their mind is just boggled. It's like, oh my God, I just said something in the Bible or something, right? And the reason why people don't do this is because A, they're not aware that they can do it, or B, that they're scared of having that many clients on, right? Don't let your own self-limiting belief stop you from 10x in your bookings, right? If you need to hire 15 sellers, go hire 15 sellers. Point blank period. Just do it, right? Don't hold yourself back. And I see a lot of people holding themselves back. And just another bonus here, I see a lot of people get bookings and then mess up what they're doing because they got shiny object syndrome, try to do all these other different outreach strategies, and then fuck up the system that was already working. So if you already have a system that works, do not fuck with the system. Just increase the volume of the system, okay? And once you do that, I'll be aiming for around 40 appointments per month, especially if I want to get to 10K per month as quick as possible, 40 appointments per month. Then I'll say 25 of them will show. If you're half decent at sales, you can close 3 to 5 of them. And if you're charging anywhere from 2K per month upwards, that's enough to get you at least close to that $10,000 per month. Okay, so make bookings the priority. The first 4 hours of the day should be, how can I book more appointments? That's it. If that's not going to the first 4 hours of your day, I do not know what you're doing. You're not doing anything. You're just hoping and praying that $10,000 a month will fall on your lap. And in reality, that's not how it works. It doesn't fall in your lap. You need to make it work. Okay? And then once you've got bookings, next is sales, right? Now, sales is pretty particular because when I first started getting into sales, I remember hearing something. It was like, there's no reason why you should be shit at sales because it's the same conversation again and again and again. So if you know, in the movies, right? I forgot which movies. It's someone's 10th birthday or 23rd birthday, right? And she wakes up. I think it's just she. Yeah, she wakes up, and I literally don't know the movie. She wakes up, and every single day she has to repeat her birthday again and again and again until she figures out who her killer is, right? And every single day she repeats her birthday, right? And that's the same thing in sales. Every day you're repeating the same conversation with the same prospects, with the same problems, assuming you're in the same niche, right? And if you suck at repeating that same conversation, then you need to work on that conversation again and again and again. And what helped me go from, let's say, zero in terms of not being able to close to 20, 30% closing rate is A, doing role plays, B, listening back to my calls, and C, doing basically like an objection handling method, which I like to call kind of it's basically like a notepad. So, do you know, like in school, you have the notepads where it has what's the answer to this question, and you flip it and then gives you the answer, like that type of play. I do that again and again and again every single day in terms of objections because we're answering the same thing. Like every single sales call is predominantly the principle of it is still the same. Like they're still gonna have the same problems. They're still gonna they're still gonna give you them objections. And you need to be like so far ahead of the prospect that you're like, hey, I've done this 100 times, 1,000 times. Like, give me everything you have. I'm ready. I'm chilled. I'm unfazed, right? And what you want to do is really practice it because, guys, right? If you're getting like 10 calls and one guy is able to close 10% of them and another guy is able to close 30% of them, the second guy is able to get to that $10,000 per month much quicker rate than the first guy, right? So do not think you're good at sales unless like data tells you so. So if you don't track your data, if you don't know how to sell, make a priority to focus on sales, right? Because when you do have the bookings, because guys, you can have like 50 bookings and you can close zero of them. Like I've seen that happen. So don't think that you're like a special bird because like you've convinced a girl to go on a date with you, XYZ, and you think you're good at sales. Practice sales. Keep practicing every single day, right? Until the data tells that you're good at sales. You've got 30% closing rate, etc., etc. Right? And at that point, then you can just keep doing more of it. And then, of course, if you have a system, you can get yourself out once it's time. Okay. So if you're not doing this already, first half of the day, focus on bookings, and once you start generating bookings, focus on sales, focus on following up on the leads. Make sure you're good at the sales calls. Make sure you're handling the objections, etc., etc. Okay, and then the last one, and this is a weird one because not a lot of people in the space talk about this one, right? But for me, I think this is the highest point of leverage that you can do. Okay, and let me tell you why. Price. Now, with price, right, is one of the biggest turning point in leverage that you can use to get to that $10,000 per month, and actually like surpass all the other competitors. Because let's say you're charging $2,000 per month, that means you need 5 clients to hit $10,000 per month, right? But if you just charge an extra 1,000, right, and trust me, if you're talking to business owners that are making money, 2 to 3,000 is like no big difference at the end of the day. There's no big difference, right? If you charge an extra 1,000, right, you're literally going to get to $10,000 per month in like half the time by actually adding an extra $1,000 to your service, right? And guys, it's not complicated. I hear people say like, "Oh, how do I increase my prices?" You go to your pitch, you click where the price is, and you just turn that one to a two, or that two to a three. Voila, you've increased your prices. Okay. Now, what this does is actually makes your service like perceived higher value, right? Because if something costs more, like, okay, why are you charging 3K while everyone else is charging 2K? Like, what are you doing different to everyone else, right? And and it's just that simple. Like increasing your pricing is like if you do this, you need less clients to hit the same amount of revenue. That means you need, in certain cases, less employees, and you're actually going to increase your profits at the same time, right? And to drive this one home is like I went to a mastermind. I remember like going there, and I was like why is people making more money than me? And I'm like, why are they making more money than me? Like, I know how to market like you. I know how to sell like you, right? I know how to I know how to do majority of things like you. But like, why are you making more money? Like, what are you doing? And then I realized I spoke to them. I realized like how many appointments they're getting. I was like, look, you're getting fairly similar amount of appointments as me. Like I was like, what leads are you talking to? Like they're making this much, this much. I was like, that's what I'm talking to, right? And then what I realized was like I was like, why do you think you're making more money? Like, what's going on? He then tells me, yeah, I'm just charging 5K a month. And I was like, whoa, like how? And he was like, I just changed the price. And I'm like, okay, that's crazy. You just changed the price to 5K a month, and that's it. Then getting pushback. I was like, no. It's like, and he told me, like, I get the same amount of rejections at 5K a month than 3K a month. But if I solve them at 5K a month, I just get paid 5K. And if I solve the same objection at 3K a month, I just get paid 3K. And I was like, that's when you just hit home. It's like, wow. Like, all you, like, the objections are the same. If you're selling 5K, 3K, 4K. You still get the same objection. So why don't I just just solve them objection and handle them at 5K, then 3K? Why not just do that? And that's when we changed the pricing. We started scaling very rapidly because we didn't, like, if we sign 2 clients or 3 clients, we're already at 10K a month, right? And you can sign 3 clients in a month. But if you're charging 1K, you have to sign 10 clients in 1 month. That means you need like 4, 5, 10 extra bookings, right? To sign the same amount, to get the same amount of revenue. So look at your price, charge anywhere from 3 to 5K, or even if you can't and you feel like you're still new, do a performance base, right? Where you get paid on, let's say, revenue or appointments. This way that you actually get paid more on your delivery side. So they come in and they deliver really good, and then you get paid handsomely, like 6K, 7K. Because if you're getting 6K per client, you only need 2 clients, guys. And we're in a world with billions and billions of people. Like, it's so easy to find 2 people that are willing to help you and willing to give you their money, and you help them with acquisition and stuff like that, right? So that's all it for this video. If you need help implementing these 3 things into your business so you can get to that 10, even 30K per month, there's a link below to schedule one on call, and we'll work with you one-on-one to help you get there. But if not, just like, subscribe, enjoy the videos, and catch you in the next one.